BYU trying to work off the rust and held their first lengthy scrimmage of training camp on Saturday. The clear biggest headline coming out of that first scrimmage from BYU comes from the offensive coordinator, Aaron Roderick, who just came right out and said it. The offense struggled. Listen to this.
Today, I thought we were a little bit sloppy. We've been playing well in practice and having a good amount of success. And, one of the reasons why it's important to scrimmage in the stadium, I believe, is there's something about going in that stadium and playing in a game-like situation with a real Big 12 officiating crew.
When you hear Aaron Roderick, and there is some frustration in his voice, does it raise a flag of concern for you, Jarom?
No, because you have a new quarterback, you're splitting reps. This defense is really good. Think about how hard it is for the newcomers on offense to go up against that defense. I would argue if you put most offenses in that stadium against BYU's defense, they would have a hard time because that BYU D is good.
I would like to remind everybody that last year I heard the same exact thing coming out of training camp. BYU's defense is really good. Man, the offense really struggled. They couldn't put up points. They were throwing interceptions in the red zone. There were all these concerns. BYU going to be able to score any points? BYU's defense is good.
There were no picks thrown, which is good. Jay Hill did say the offense has the burden of execution. If they throw an incomplete pass, it makes it no one notices what we didn't do on that play.
Yes.
which is true. So no, not concerned. The defense should be better at the beginning of camp. Even if it wasn't this kind of BYU defense. Offense has to actually do something. Defense reacts to it.
It's tough not to get concerned even more so this year because of the quarterback situation.
Right.
Like last year it was, well, Jake and Gary can probably figure it out. Now it's like, oh man, 3 new guys, offense wasn't playing well. Is BYU going to be able to score points?
Aaron did say, and maybe we'll hear this later, Aaron said, we're going to be able to run the ball, don't worry.
That's the clear strength of the team to this point of training camp on offense.
Yeah. And if you can run the ball, it will open up the pass game in a way that's awesome. Play action pass for BYU has been how they have struck down the field historically under Aaron Roderick. Okay, is Kalani Sitake worried about some of the offensive struggles in the first scrimmage?
Part of the identity will be how our offense responds next week and how they respond to today. And it wasn't a horrible day for them. It was a really good defensive day. I mean, but I'm sure there's some things that Jay and the staff are going to look at and say we need to do better defensively. But it was pretty good. I mean, like they didn't win every rep, but man, they were really, really good. And if they play at that level, I'll feel really good about it. Offensively, we did some really good things, but it just comes down to the execution, making the right read, making the right block, running the right route, things like that. And those are fixable items. So I'm not down on the offense. I've coached long enough now, especially as a head coach, to know what to look for in scrimmage 1, and what I saw was really good.
I'll tell you what, I would have been surprised if the coaches had come out and said, the offense was incredible today. They were so good. They executed at a super high level. Like, I was not anticipating BYU's offense to do that in the first scrimmage when you're breaking in 3 brand new guys and trying to pick a starter.
And don't you want it to be a little 50-50?
Of course.
If it's 100-0 on one side of the ball, because by the way, in fall camp, training camp, it's not fall, you don't want one side to dominate. You don't. You want, they won today, they won tomorrow.
You want each side to have their good days, back and forth.
I don't know how you could predict that they would win tomorrow.
In the scrimmage, it was on Saturday, it was probably 75 defense, 25 offense in the percentage.
And here's the thing. It's one scrimmage.
Exactly.
Let's not go crazy.
It's one thing.
Let's not go crazy over one thing.
I'll get really nervous if we're hearing the same things at the end of training camp.
Right.
We're having a lot of pre-snap penalties, failure to execute, like we look really sloppy. Then I'll be concerned.
What if they competitively lied? What if the offense was unbelievable and they're like, I don't know. And then BYU puts up 80 in game 1, 50 in game 2, like, And in the end, it's one scrimmage. It's all good.
Just don't win 20-6 against Portland State, okay?
Yes. No, 2017 again.
Just don't do that.
Here's the thing. This team's way better in so many ways.
Yes.
Even if that actually happened, it's not the same 20-6.
The defense specifically, so good. So good right now.
Yeah. So good.
Okay?
You love you some Homestar Runner.
Indeed,
We love us some home. We're from that generation.
Bringing it back. Bringing it back.
It was hard though on my mission when one of my I trained a kid. He was trying to explain it to me. I go, I have to watch this, and I cannot for 2 years, dude. I'm really sorry.
So I'm glad you did not go down that rabbit hole on your
What is this?
All right. Back to the conversation. Everybody clearly paying attention to every single quarterback rep. None more so than Aaron Roderick and Fesi Sitake, who are pained with the decision of who to go with at starting quarterback.
Maybe they love it.
A-Rod said each of the three quarterbacks had equal reps in Saturday's scrimmage, but he told me in a lengthy one-on-one that you will hear in the next segment on today's BYUSN that the time for equal reps is quickly coming to an end.
It's not going to be equal reps forever. That's the time is coming soon where we're going to have to make some decisions. You can't keep giving equal reps to three guys or nobody will be ready to play. So that time will be coming soon. I'm not exactly sure how soon, but we are watching it very closely every day.
Sounding like President Russell M. Nelson out here.
Jarom,
prepare yourself.
Some separation is happening in the quarterback competition.
Yes.
He expounds on that in that conversation as well.
Can't wait to hear it.
So between that and what we just heard from Aaron Roderick, I feel like BYU is going to name, at least internally, a starting quarterback by the end of this week.
Ooh, you think end of this week?
I think it will be
Let's
by
go.
the end of this week, at least internally.
Okay, if someone's pulling ahead, I'm hearing stuff about McKay. I'm hearing stuff about Bear. I'm not hearing enough about Trayson. I wanted to hear more about Trayson. And right now it feels like maybe Trayson's in third. That could be as of now. What if Trayson just crushes it in the next 3 days? Who knows?
Make it even harder.
There's time,
on the
right?
coaches.
There's time for each of these three to make their case still. They've had plenty of opportunities in this 10 days of camp so far and whatnot. So I'm interested to see who that guy is that's pulling away. But as I said late last week, and I know a lot of you reacted to this on Twitter, if they're kind of neck and neck, I say go with Bear. That's what I said.
Just start the young guy and let him build for the future?
Yes. Well, build for the now too. But if the two vets don't pull away, why do they deserve to be in there? Just because they played before?
Yeah.
They did, but their experience didn't pull away. If I'm McKay or Trayson, I pull away with my experience. I do. If I'm Bear, I'm going to compete with you, and I want to be the guy.
I'm excited.
I love this competition.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for every BYU fan and you, and again, to relive the interview with Aaron Roderick, because he breaks down and discusses all three quarterbacks with some specifics. You determine who you think the quarterback is that he is seeing some separation in.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's McKay. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Bear. I actually would be surprised if it's Trayson. I'm just not hearing enough about, hey, Trayson's doing this, Trayson's doing that. Maybe, and again, maybe he does it this week. Let's go.
I hope BYU has a starting quarterback named internally by Saturday, August 16th. I think that would be the most beneficial. 2 full weeks.
Give him 2 full weeks.
To be the guy who's getting the majority reps.
And word is they're closing fall camp either the end of this week or early next week.
Yep.
Just so they can get specifically ready for Portland State and give that guy all the reps. Okay, defensive coordinator Jay Hill. He was pleased with the defense, and he sees a defense that can and needs to be tough against the run.
I would say for the first scrimmage, I feel good about where we're at, but we're not content ever, and we're heading in the right direction. I think the biggest thing I took out of today, that when we do things right, we can be stout against the run, and that's a big emphasis of ours off of last year's season to this year's. We got to be a little more stout and more dominant against the run.
He wants more predictable third and longs where they can get after the passer. So what do you make of BYU's run defense based on that comment?
I think Jay Hill is just classically underselling BYU. Like he said, yeah, we're pretty good. Like, I think they're really good. I think they're really good.
One of my favorite stories of that was when you said before the Colorado game, he's like giddy talking to you on the sideline, like
just like
we're ready,
like twitchy, amped up. He's just like, I believe the exact quote was, "Don't be surprised when we run these guys."
And they did.
Whoa.
They did. 36-14, man.
Okay. Okay. You know, we share it and we enjoy it like after the fact. But he said that to me before the game.
He knew.
Do not be surprised when we run these guys.
He knew.
We are well prepared. We're ready to dominate.
Yeah.
And they did. Fantastic.
And it cost Shedeur Sanders way too much.
Gosh.
I hope he does well, by the way, in the NFL.
Hey,
I
did his
I
thing
hope
with
he
the
does well.
Cleveland Browns and their 5 quarterback scenario.
I think you and I are on the Browns roster at quarterback. That's weird.
I
Got a
love
lot
it.
of quarterbacks.
I can't believe we're so close to football season. As NFL games are like preseason games are happening.
They're garbage, but we're watching the highlights.
It's actual kind of football, but a real game for BYU happens in how many days?
Countdown to the Vikings.
19 days.
one of those weird
19 days.
Carry it 19 days. I'm honestly looking forward to Farmageddon a lot in 12 days.
Yeah, in Ireland.
Can't wait. I'm going. No, just kidding. that would be. I'm going to Dublin. No.